Chop it down. Chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down. Chop it down. You gon' chop it down. I just appreciate everybody watching.
Watch him throw the ball. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through fourth and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back-to-back days, man, in the off season. It's getting weird. It's like, nah, man, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Trap or Dive podcast provided to you by 214 Media. I am your host, Molly Maul, Hen Dog Maul, Coach Maul, Jamal, all that good stuff, man. I got, here you go right now. Let me go ahead and add him to the screen right quick. There you go. Boom. Right now we got Rod checking in. Nick late ass is on the way. First off, I don't even appreciate how Nick takes everything. So, like, his tardiness is the makeup of Nick. I remember last Saturday, we're over on our way to this spot in Annapolis, and he gets there on time. He gets there at, I think we were supposed to be there at 7:45. He gets there at 7:50. 7:50, late per usual. He get there at 7:35. We supposed to be waiting on this spot, go to a dinner. And when he find out that the people that we waiting for ain't gonna be there for another 20 minutes, he mad that he showed up late. He said, "This is why I don't show up. This is why I don't show up on time in the first place." So, leave it up to Nick.
He already knew that though. That's the thing. He knew that prior to.
He ain't. When he responded, all right. So put it this way. When I was there I was in the parking lot when y'all got there, right? I was just chilling in the parking lot the whole time. Nick pulled up probably like 10 minutes after me. So when I told him that I had just got off the phone with you, and me and you talking, and y'all said y'all haven't even left yet. That's his surprise came at that point. He said, "Why the hell?"
I don't know why. He already knew.
Look. So yeah, I mean to that point, it don't even, that's not even, y'all not even the issue. The issue is Nick always wanting to be late. Like that's what he wants to do. That's a terrible reputation to have. But with that being said, let's get the administrative out of the way before I check in on the boy Rap. And whichever way you are listening or watching, always be sure to like, rate, review, all that good stuff for the show. If you are new to the Trap or Dive podcast, make sure you are following on Twitch if you aren't. And make sure you are subscribed to YouTube if you are not. It helps the show grow as always. It's appreciated. Now there is one thing though, and I'm gonna help y'all out. So when I say, because I had a mix up yesterday and it's nobody's fault. I don't go into detail, but when I say kind of, if you're watching on Twitter and try to navigate your way over to like YouTube and Twitch, I can't see comments through our StreamYard chat. I don't know why it doesn't go through on Twitter, but like there's limitations to what StreamYard shows us. So I can only really see things on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So I would never see your comments on Twitter, as kind of weird as that is. So always try to navigate yourself to those two platforms that I mentioned. What's going on, Jerry? How you feeling, dog? How you feeling? It's been a little minute. Good to see you in the chat though. So yeah. Back to administrative items. Percy Butler film session is on Hogs Haven right now. YouTube breakdown on the way. I just got into like my first 2-3 games of De'Ami Brown today, so I'm actually gonna try to wrap that up tomorrow. If not, tomorrow. I'm not doing anything, and I'm watching the game. So yeah, Percy Butler, De'Ami Brown is on the way. Maya Shaka, the first black NFL female referee, first black woman to be a full-time referee, will be out early next week. So be on the lookout for that one. That was a great interview and really good insight for those who got kids too. Like if you're looking for avenues to try to encourage your kids to, like, if they're not trying to play sports but they're trying to be involved with the NFL or anything on a professional or high level, hey, listen to that interview. So with that being said, Rye, welcome to the motherfucking show. I'm over here sweating bullet, bro. I ain't got no AC, bro. You dealing with this
Bro,
good
they need to
heat.
come fix that, bro. It's been a little while, bro. What's going on?
It's going on like 2.5 weeks, bro.
I don't know how you survive. I'm sure you got the fans bumping in there.
I do. But I do turn the fan, like, this is the second day in a row. I turn the fans off when I record, or if I do any streams, so the mic won't pick up the fan. So this is the time where, like, I got a fan right here. I would typically have that junk blasting right to my side, but in the sake of eliminating background noise, I got to turn it off during the show. So it is what it is. But how you feeling today, man? You survived your workout?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm more out, bro. I'm more out, son. I'll be sitting up here lying if I say otherwise, bro. I took a shower. I got in the crib, bro. I barely got up out that joint, son. It was
You sat down in the shower, bro?
I wish I could have. I wish I could have, bro. I would have. But no, bro. Other than that, bro, I'm good, bro. Honestly, the workout's been feeling good. It's just the after effects, bro. I'm trying to rough, baby. But at the end of the day, I got a little day out tomorrow. Get my body back right for Friday.
Oh, you got? I forgot you do got a day off tomorrow. I think I got coming tomorrow. So I got going to work on Friday.
I'm about to say, because Thursday my day in office.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thursday your day in the office. So yeah, same thing. I got going to the office on Friday. All right, yes. How that new job treating you, dog? Because I know it's going on a month now, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean, everything going good. It's just slow getting my credentials to the things that I need so I can really get more immersed into my actual role. Right now, I'm just doing generic stuff, like, you know, the day-to-days. I got a lot of meetings. Yeah, like, I mean, learning the software they want me to do, but I just can't access the software. I really have to, like, sit through different trainings and stuff like that. Even some of the trainings they want me to do, I can't even get them right now. It's just the process that I go through trying to get everything taken care of so I can, you know, move like they want me to move. But they know. I mean, I'm just doing whatever they ask me to do at this point until I get my credentials.
I got you. All right, well, look. We got a few things on the show today. Now, with Rod being, he got to make an early exit. It's going to be a little condensed. So if we don't get to, I mean, as always, like we got to stash a topic that we had to do yesterday too. So if we're not able to get to something, we're going to circle back next show. But on the agenda, we have a Twitter topic. Now, this show was so wild that I had to bring it to the show. Something that, you know, people claimed was a safe space. Turned out it wasn't, because everybody was laughing at him. So I gotta laugh too. and bring that up with us. So yes, the Twitter topic. Tell us about a time you went out in public after a breakup and you had to fight back tears the entire time.
That's so funny, bro. I just seen that topic. I was like, I didn't even read it all the way through. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Somebody brought it up on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, and the responses, she had like 2,000 responses, bro. That
was a girl?
crazy. Okay. Yeah. She put that out there. So we got that. Deshaun Watson, Treylon Burks, man, true or false? You know, why is he having issues in practice? You know, I made a little joke in my in my prep work. You know what I'm saying? Figuring out if it's because he's fat and lazy, or if he has a legitimate excuse. We're gonna let Ryan get down to the bottom of that one. And then Jack Del Rio, is it time to, like, acknowledge that, you know, political beliefs can impact the fan base in the locker room? Like, is it to that point yet, or is it overblown? And then lastly, the best deep threats in the NFL, man. DJax believed that, you know, he is the best deep threat in NFL history. Who is our top 3? Alex just checked in on the chat. What's going on, big dog? He said, what's interesting is that Lance Allworth is tied 5th for with T.O. for most 50-yard touchdown catches, and he retired in 72. That's an amazing feat. But yeah, Jerry mentioned, you know, hope all is well. Yes, sir. Everything has been good. Let me go ahead and add our boy Nick in here. He need to change his jump from Snickless to Snicklate. All right, this is a
Nico
go.
late.
All right, man. Nick, you in here. How you feeling, dog? You good?
Cooling, bro. Just crushed another workout. You know how that shit go on a Wednesday, bro. You know what I'm saying? Breeze, bro, that jump. I
Strong
forgot.
gang. For
I
sure.
forgot what we did, bro. So that was that easy. You feel me?
Nah, we need to let Ali know.
Oh,
That shit ain't nothing to us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
basically, bro. You know what I'm
We
saying?
doing all
bacon,
this
bro.
training and shit. You know what I'm saying? We could do that joint in October.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. If I'm gonna train
I'm
like this,
not doing it,
bro,
bro. Care what
I
you
might
say,
as well
bro.
get in that zone, bro. I
You
probably
Nah,
been
saw what
like,
Kenny did? I taught Kenny how to do that.
oh, the
Jump
one,
where he left
bro.
the.
One of them
Yeah, I
jump.
taught him
You
how to
wanna
do
know
it.
why he did that, bro? After I did the 270 lads we gonna bench, I did the same shit. It's only like 70
right,
pounds, bro.
I like that.
right.
Throw that zone
I
up,
like
bro.
that.
That was
I
more than
like
70
that.
pounds, bro.
It was 215s and it was a 45, bro. What's that? What's that?
I thought
75
it was
pounds.
25s on the end of them joints. It was
Come
15.
on, bro. Come on, bro. You gotta
Them
watch
tens. I
Kenny,
mean them
bro.
tens. Them tens.
You gotta watch Kenny, bro. He try to trick y'all.
Shut up, bro.
Uh, all right, let's get into that. Let's get into that Twitter topic, man. Before we get started, I want to ask you all about a time that you all went out in public after a breakup or a fight, and you had to fight back tears the entire time. I was thinking about this question. I'll go first since I put it out there. I was thinking about this question. It wasn't necessarily the memorable one. Wasn't necessarily like a breakup per se. Um, it was, you know what I'm saying? And this is like 3 years ago, 4 years ago now. I'm saying it was this one individual. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I knew on Twitter and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Come
And
on, bro.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, she took a liking to my food post. Like I was just genuinely posting my food. Like, I'm a griller, bro. I put the grill shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it. And when eventually at one point, you know what I'm saying, she's like, bro, I want some of your food. You know what I'm saying, I want some of your food and shit. So long story short, you know what I'm saying, she come over to get some food, and I don't hear nothing from her after that day. Like, I admittedly just skipped a whole bunch of things that went on between us, like getting the food and the next day type deal. But I didn't hear nothing from her after that day. After the next morning, and when I say I ain't heard nothing from her in like life, like to this day, I ain't heard nothing from her. That was like one of the first times I ever experienced like getting ghosted. Like that was the first time I ever experienced that shit. So
Is that really heartbreak though, bro?
but that's what I was saying. Like I never experienced the exact question. I'm just providing contribution to the topic. I never experienced that. Like I had to go out. First off, why the hell would I even go out if I experienced some shit like that? I would want to fucking sit in the house for a second, bro. Like let me smoke or something.
You never really know. Everybody got different circumstances. You never really know
Yeah.
when a text might hit you like that.
Hey, look, that's true. That's true. So yeah, essentially, but the thing is, we went to a go-go, and this is the part that people know. Like me and AK, Rick, I think Nick was there. I don't know,
I wasn't there, bro.
but
Not for no
okay,
go.
it was a
Yes,
go-go
you
in the
was,
city.
bro. Stop trying to act like you ain't put up for no go-go, bro.
I wasn't there, bro.
Um,
I probably wasn't even in town, bro. That's 3-4 years ago. I wasn't even living here, bro.
2019, somewhere
Come on, bro. I
2019.
was probably in Dallas or something, bro. Checking out my boys.
But yeah, that night. So when we was in that club, I swear to God, I was in my phone, bro. I was in that joint talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what the fuck going on. I don't hear nothing. I'm in the club, bro. In the club, bro.
Hey,
Texting
listen.
like,
Hold
bro,
on,
what's
bro. I need
going
some
on,
context,
son?
bro. Hold on, bro. I need context, bro. So, was y'all together at this point, or y'all just was
We weren't
talking?
together. We weren't together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All
Nah, we
right.
weren't. It wasn't nothing
But your
exclusive. It
feelings
wasn't
was
nothing.
just hurt because y'all was texting, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, okay. I see what you're
Yeah, it wasn't nothing exclusive. It wasn't nothing serious. Like it hadn't gotten to that point yet. So like me texting her, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Again, remember, for context, I said this is my first. I never experienced getting ghosted. That should never happen. Shit never happened to me, but it happened that time. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck going on, and Shorty over here, you know what I'm saying? She didn't moved on just like that. I'm like, damn, it's that easy, bro. So yeah, that is one of my instances. And before we get to the Twitter stories, fellas, the floor is yours. Have y'all ever experienced? Now I'll read this, and you can, if you want to relate, you can. But the exact question was, tell us about a time you went out in public after a breakup and you had to fight back tears the entire time.
I'm not gonna say tears. You had to fight back tears, but at the same time, it's like you ain't got to fight back tears, but fight back emotion, because at the same time, it's like it can make you feel some kind of way anyway, regardless. It may not be tears, but you definitely know something wrong with somebody, especially if you know, accustomed to a certain way. Like I'm like how I know y'all niggas, like I would know something wrong with y'all if y'all acting a certain way, like, you know, if your attention was on, you know, something else. But definitely had a situation where I was with an ex. We had broken up initially, but started messing around with each other again. I'm thinking, you know, things gonna ramp back up, things feeling good, and slowly but surely it started to decline. And I'm actually at my boy crib, getting dressed, about to go out, not really thinking about too much or whatever. And she definitely hit me one of the messages like, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, we should do this no more, blah, blah, blah. So I'm low key feeling some kind of because of a, it's a long story, but whatever, right?
Nah, go ahead, take your time, brother.
Nah, it's really not too much the detail to really go into. It's just end of the day, you know, Shorty was already doing damage on her side, but it don't really matter. So I'm getting dressed, and when I get the message, right, and it go from turning up, pre-gaming, about to go out, have a good time with the fellas, and then it just turned into like, bro, this girl, bro, you know what I'm saying? It just changed your emotions for the rest of the night, bro. And nigga, you got your boy, and what's wrong with you, nigga? Like, bro, I'm good, bro, nothing, bro, I'm straight. Like it really changed how you was feeling. I mean, not no tears, nothing like that, but definitely how you feeling some kind of way, for sure.
Now we do know one person. I'm glad you brought it up. We ain't gonna say no names. You know, it's a safe space, like the lady said. We know there's one person. Now, Rod, I want you to tell the story because you was close to it. About the guy who had all these plans about this youngin that he always had a crush for, and crush on. And the minute she pulled up to his house randomly, she brought this dude with her. And yeah, all right, you know where I'm going. I'm about to say we can leave the names out of it, but
right.
Look, that is a perfect story to this Twitter topic.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That is super valid, bro. That was definitely one of the relatable topics that would definitely probably take Twitter and go viral with it, nigga. I promise you that. That situation, and then the way it just turned out at the end of the night. I mean, you know, I ain't about to go into too much detail. Definitely close to the situation, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
All right, fuck it. If you close, I'm gonna talk about it. Shit. So this one person, again, no names. This one person, bruh, he been geeking out. Correct me when the facts are wrong or inaccurate, or off base. But this one person has been geeking over this shorty for like years, bruh. Years he was geeking over shorty, and
at least 3.
You know, all right. So at least 3 years he was geeking over shorty, and you know he was just waiting on opportunity, like waiting for his time type shit. And I mean, because for context wise, this guy lives closer to us, Rye, myself, and Nick, than he lives closer to the youngin, which lives like 3 hours away, something like that. So, you know, you rarely get an opportunity to be around her in that sense. So this one opportunity where he clearly knows that she's single. Like, this is the first time he truly knows that she is single, and he is like, it's time. It's my moment. It's my moment. He invite the whole gang to his crib. Invite the whole gang to his crib, bruh. Like, not even thinking twice about it. Like, this is where I'm about to bag shorty. Like, this is the night. She comes. She is a very willing participant in the night of turn up. But not only does she come, she brings the nigga that she messing with. And when you see the look on his face when he finds out that he lost again,
priceless.
That first off,
And
I
then
ain't,
at
I ain't
his
even believe
crib,
it.
I wouldn't have
At
let him
his
in the house.
crib,
He's wild for that. I wouldn't have. I'm sorry, bro.
he turned from optimistic to destructive. Like it was not good. He and this part is the part that I don't want to speak on because this was like a mental side like that's probably I'm being serious. Like I don't know enough to even speak on, but he went from being optimistic to being completely destructive. Like he destroyed friendships, he destroyed relationships
It's a
off
bad
of the
night.
fact that he was looking forward to seeing this girl and hoping that this girl was going to be a part of his life, like in the relationship side, and like all of that expectation to be like smacked in your face with like this ain't that type thing. He kind of went left with it. He didn't have composure, put it that way. He didn't have self control, and he essentially went off the rails with some good friends of his actually. So why that's one of those moments where you're like, bro, if I ever let a youngin get that close to me and affect me that much, come save me. Like y'all got permission to smack me.
I mean, to
Get
be
me out of that
honest,
shit.
yeah, I feel like the dude we talking about, definitely felt some. I'm not gonna say serious feelings, but he definitely felt the way about Shorty. Like, but the way that night played out, I'm not really too. I can't be really too upset with him because if it were me, I honestly wouldn't have allowed that to happen. You know what I mean? Especially if I ain't invite cuz and you didn't even tell me he was coming. Like,
That
it's
part
my
too.
house. It's
Context,
my
important
house.
context. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, like that's definitely not going. I can't let it ride, bro. You
Hey,
know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Hey, hold up, bro. Y'all gotta give me a clue. Who is this, bro? I'm not hip.
But you are him, but I'm not gonna say I'm
I
not about
said
to say no
you
name.
are here.
You heard the story before, bro. But I'll let you know.
I'll let you know. Yeah, nah, it's like that. I don't disagree with you, bro. It was wild on both sides. It was wild cause she kind of. Oh yeah, there you go. Check the chat, Nick. It's wild cause Shorty kind of stepped out of bounds at somebody else's house, but then secondly, like the way you handled it from a person who was emotionally optimistic with this individual, emotionally invested with this individual, with the lady. It was kind of, it's like, bro, you set yourself up in that same vein too. So let me go to some of the responses, man. Some of these funny ass stories, and I'll be quick with this one because we only got
Shit, I
about
got one.
25.
I got a
Oh,
story,
go
bro.
ahead. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off. My bad. You got it.
Well, I'm lying like shit. I've been with Shorty for a minute.
I'm about to say you about to get smacked up.
Ain't
Kiki
nobody
gonna
broke my
clap them
heart, bro.
doors.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. One jump did. I guess you could say she broke my heart. I was young. I was like 16, maybe 16, 15. I was
Still count.
young.
This counts to
I
the
was,
story. Yeah.
I was a young bull. I was dating this old jump. Went to a prom and all that, bro. What's funny is she went to a rundle. And Kiki brought this up the other day too. Um, I I don't even know why she brought it up. Yeah, bro, Shorty. Somebody hit me on Facebook. I was like, yeah, bro, this your girl? I was like, yeah, it is. He said, yeah, bro, this my girl. I was like, what?
What?
I was like, what? I was at the prom. Something not adding up, bro. I was like,
I
what you
was
mean?
there. You wasn't.
And what's funny is, bro, I knew cuz because we worked together at Six Flags. When he hit me up, he was saying he was messing with Shorty. I was like, bro, like,
But what made him hit you up? Because he seen y'all out?
I don't know if she told him I don't know what happened, bro. It might have been like a Facebook thing. Like she probably said something about me on Facebook. Like, how you tag people and shit. I don't know. But cuz randomly hit me up, bro. Said he was fucking with Shorty. And then ever since then, I was
Hey,
like,
first off, this profile picture that you just sent, Rick. I mean, Ryan, I know this ain't nothing you got to do with it, but this nigga picture, bro.
That's his profile, bro.
Why he ain't just like do like a business picture
Hey,
or some shit?
I don't know, bro.
bro, I do not know this story at all.
Yes, you do, bro.
You
But
know it, bro.
whatever.
You know it.
When I start telling it to you, you can be like,
Oh
"Oh
my god,
yeah."
bro.
Never heard
The
it.
heat in this
Where you
goddamn
at?
house.
With him,
I tell you, bro.
he was
Yes,
he was
bro.
he was the one heartbroken, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? You already know.
Is the other
Damn,
person who
Rob,
I
why you
think
say
it
it like
is?
that?
Big nigga, because he done had episodes, nigga. This ain't the first one.
Is the
So,
but is the other person who I think it is though?
nah. Mm-mm.
Y'all said y'all didn't know him, right?
Yeah. First of all, you trying to talk about who she brought? Nah, I didn't know him.
Yeah,
Never knew.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
on.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
knew
what
him.
I thought it was somebody else.
Nah. I know who you think about, but nah, that wasn't who that is.
Okay, get
Yeah.
to back to the responses, cuz them jumps is
All
good.
right. I'm about to say we're gonna go through a couple so we can talk some football after this. I go through I go through a few of them. So here go one at the top of the responses. 4 years ago, my ex was 3 months pregnant with my baby. During those 3 months, she was going out a lot and she wouldn't come home for a whole week at times. Her iPad was linked to her iPhone and was seeing sex tape after sex tape on her private videos, again, while pregnant. So,
Hold on.
Hold on, oh, I ain't see that one. I ain't see
yeah.
that one.
Yeah, this don't, yeah. So, Shorty was over here pregnant, getting it
Sending
in
sex
with
videos?
somebody. Yeah.
Pregnant with his baby?
No, she was making
She
them.
was making the sex videos, bruh.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
was making the sex tapes. Yeah.
I'm saying, why
Why
is she
this?
pregnant?
Yeah,
Yes.
his baby
Yes.
in that
And it's
jump.
His
his
baby,
baby?
bruh.
Ah,
Oh,
getting
His
baby
get
back.
it.
baby, bruh.
That's not
His
happening,
baby,
fool.
bruh. Why this dude? Somebody respond. Hey, bruh. Somebody responded. Said link with the question mark.
Link.
Where the
Oh,
link at?
that's wicked. You guys see me, bro.
Yeah, not
Hey,
with a
bro,
link.
this
Oh,
nigga
cuz.
said link.
First of
You
all,
got the
people
link to
gotta be
that junk,
careful.
bro.
I don't even
Let me
understand
see. I
why they
know he
would even
said something.
share that. Why would you even share that to Twitter? That's the worst place
Oh
you
my.
could tell.
Well, guess what? It don't stop there. How do I get back to this junk? Here we go.
I just found the jump, bro.
Show more replies. Here we go. Was going through a pre-breakup phase with
Yeah,
my
this
ex.
the one right here, bro.
Oh yeah.
This the
I
one.
had paid her nail set, and that same day as she laying on my chest, she says, "We need to take a break. I feel like I'm missing something." My young dumb ass ain't know them nails was wrapped around new dick the same night. I drove to her spot
Oh,
7 a.m. sharp, but she wasn't there. Called her about 20 times, and she texts back, "Let it go." I was working at
let
Panera
it
Bread at the
go.
time, fighting back tears and loss. My boss sent me home because a tear dropped in the soup. Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. This nigga had a tear
Hey,
soup,
bro.
bro.
First of all, bruh, Shorty is wicked, bruh. Not laying on his chest. And
On his
first of all,
chest saying we need a break, bruh.
she's scandalous,
On
bruh.
his
She ain't
chest.
really, she
Jarian
ain't
said
love you
my
at all, bruh.
Jarian
She
said
never
my
loved
wife
you.
overheard the convo and just floored.
No way.
Hey,
No.
I got we're gonna go through at least two more. At least two more. These conversations are fucking hilarious. All right, here we go. Here we
Oh
go
my
another one.
god.
Was dating a married woman, quote unquote, going through a divorce. She met me to tell me that she was gonna go back because her husband wanted to make things work. Had a nigga sobbing in front of Howard University. All right. Well, that's
That's
your fault
weak.
dealing with a. I'm about to say
I'm about to say,
dealing with a
This is
Shorty is
dealing
weak.
with a
married,
dated
bruh.
woman.
This is
You
weak,
got
bro.
your feelings involved with a married joint? You
Yeah.
crazy, bruh.
Messed
Yeah.
up.
Okay, here we go. We got another jump. Took a girl out on a trip to Padre Island, and she
That
fucked the
sound
homie
bad.
2 days into the trip. I was
Just
at the
saw that
baby
one.
concert, damn near crying. We had to stay there 5 more days.
Bullshit. I'm
5
going.
more days. Let me go show some more replies. Nah, that one's stupid. Let me go down a little bit more.
This my whole thing about
Okay,
this, bro.
let me hear it. Let me hear it.
Shit happened, bro. And I get it. You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about, Nick? What you talking
Bro,
about?
shit happened, bro. You can't these niggas gotta let that shit go, bro. Hold on to
So
past
time out. So time out.
past trauma, bro.
Hypothetically speaking, your wife right now, y'all go on vacation, and she smashed the homie.
First off, I don't speak hypothetically.
No. Right, you simplified it. Y'all go on vacation. In the context of the guy, y'all go on vacation. You paid for her trip. You sent her out there with y'all, and she smashed the homie.
What?
You gonna let it go?
Boy, you seen what OJ did, right?
So you not. That's not you letting it go. Then you're not letting it
Exactly.
go.
I'm gonna let it
Talking
go
about.
at that
You gonna
funeral.
let you.
Hey, what's the little meme joke where Cuz go this is if you really did that
My
shit?
man was sitting up. My man was at
Shake
the
this
I
shit,
think
bro.
yeah, bro. First off, they both disrespectful. That's one thing on Bucks. You both disrespectful. Um,
Hell yeah, especially if he said his homie, bro. Like,
yeah.
and
But he
your
did,
story
and
describing
I
that.
know when you talking about he did say not like his homie. He just said like I guess like somebody who
But
know
why
for
would you
real.
say your homie if you describing the story?
Bro,
Like
because
that's I
these
get it, but I'm
niggas,
just saying like to a degree, like you was cool with him. Like you ain't gotta try to distance yourself from Cuz. Like if you called him your homie, then shit, nigga, that's your homie, bro.
obviously they ain't that cool, bro.
Clearly,
Because ain't no
that nigga
way.
ain't give a fuck.
First of all,
He
yeah,
probably
and then it's your man. Like, first of all, off the strength, my man's gonna have to see me every
Got
time I
to,
see
bro.
him.
Got to.
Every time I
Got
see
to.
him for the rest of his life, he gonna have to throw hands
he
because
said. Mm-hmm.
no, bro, that is blatant disrespect.
There's no way, bro.
Blatant,
He said they
blatant,
ain't. He
Slim.
said they ain't talked since that trip, so
Talk.
he ain't really. Yeah,
I'm not
that's
looking
what
to
he
talk.
said. That's what he
Mm-mm.
said. All right, so here we go. We got one more, and we can get to football. All right, here we go. Um, no. I don't want that one. I want a good one that we gonna end it off with. I want all the retweets, so I know that this is the one. Oh, here we. All right, here we go. My ex broke up with me at a gym. At the gym, excuse me. My ex broke up with me at the gym through text. She sent a paragraph long text, and
She in
I'm
the gym
sitting in
with
the
him?
gym. Nah, she ain't in the gym with him.
Oh, okay.
She sent the a breakup text through text while he was at the gym. She sent the paragraph long text, and I'm sitting in the gym reading it. Passed out, came back to half the gym around me fanning, and had me and had. Let me read that again.
Yeah, take your time now. Hey, Marv, you know
Sitting
if
in
you
the
put your
gym,
finger on the
reading
word,
it,
it's easy to read.
passed out and came back to half the gym around me, fanning me and head soaking wet from somebody pouring water on me. I was stumbling trying to walk out. So this nigga passed out in the gym when his girl broke up with
Man,
him.
it ain't never that serious, bro.
Hey, niggas be emotional, B.
Not pass him out. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
I
I mean, you
don't
love
know.
you. Come on, bro. You love her a whole lot, nigga. Come
I
on,
don't
Slim.
know, man. I don't know. Okay. So let's go ahead and. Oh, what is going on with the LA Rams, bro? This is your
I
moment, Nick.
don't know,
You late,
bro.
bro.
So I just got a breaking news that Cooper Cup agreed with the
I
Rams on
just
a
sent it to
3-year
the
extension
chat.
that ties him to LA for the next 5 years at $110 million. And then prior to that, obviously AD signed the most lucrative contract for a non-quarterback in NFL history. Nick, the floor is yours. You said you want to talk about it. Hey man, floor is yours, buddy.
Rams skewing the Bucks.
I don't know how they
No way,
doing
bro.
it.
Where
I
they
don't
getting all
know.
this money
I
from,
don't
bro?
know how many signing bonuses they giving
They
up. I don't
skewing
know.
the Bucks.
They got to be
No
giving
way.
up the whole contract as a signing bonus, and
Them
I think
niggas doing
that,
something, bro. They doing something shady, bro.
that's got to
Where
be
they getting all
illegal,
this
bro.
bread from, bro?
Bro,
Niggas is struggling on my side.
you
Like,
signed the Saints in cap hell, bro, and these
right.
niggas.
Not no more.
They like who we
They cleared
want,
that shit.
sign up.
Come on, bro. You got Cooper Cup, just got the bag. Aaron Donald just got the bag. Jalen Ramsey got the bag. Matthew Stafford, I think he got a slight bag. Bobby Wagner in the middle, he got a bag. Let me tell you something, bro.
Didn't they re-sign Leonard Floyd too? Am I
They
tripping?
just throwing money at these players, bro, and I don't understand why. Jerry Jones. Funny thing is, shout out to Uncle Les.
Sign Allen Robinson. Don't forget about Allen
Sign
Robinson.
Allen
Get him
Robinson.
bread.
Uncle Les out here doing his thing, bro. I can't wait to go to a game. You know what I'm saying? That means Sneed's out here, so we gotta stick together. You feel me? So me, catch me out LA.
That's your uncle, right? Ain't he white?
Yeah. What that mean?
I don't know. I'm all any
You
white.
said uncle. You said nah. I'm saying uncle. You said Les Snead is your uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
He half black, man. You don't
Shut
know my.
up, bro. Come on, bro.
You don't know my grandma, bro. Come on, bro. Don't be asking no wild stuff. But let me tell you something, bro. If my team keep acting up, bro, gotta rock out with the Bulls,
how the hell we get back to Dallas?
I'm about to say, bro. He gave you the floor for the Rams.
And I just said these boys.
You was
great,
talking about
bro.
that all during the gym. You wanted to talk about Aaron Donald. I said, okay.
I just said how they got all this money. I don't know. But what I do know is somebody in Dallas need to take some damn notes.
Somebody. I ain't gonna hold
because it's no way.
Vein, Washington do too.
It's no way we paid Zeke all this sorry ass money. Sorry ass. And these niggas got all these tight ass niggas on the books, bro. And we got Zeke getting 21 mil or really 31 against the cap this year. Something wrong with our books. And I don't like that shit. Jerry, if you're listening, which I know you are, because everybody listens to the Trap or Die podcast.
For sure.
Rams running their organization like a Madden franchise, bro. They doing whatever.
Basically, or
they
bro,
winning. Motherfucking winning, bro.
They doing something.
They are winning. All right, let's get into that boy Treylon Burks, man. Let's get into a true or false question right here.
What are we gonna talk about, man? He sucked.
So look, while I agree with you, Nick, there's something needs to be said about this offseason thing, man.
Oh my god!
Can
I have the floor, please? Because this is such a stupid.
Not
question.
yet. Let me set it up first.
Go ahead, bro.
Damn, nigga, doing too much, bro. Shit. So, Treylon Burks, man, over these past few weeks, he has been dealing with issues at practice, finishing practices, and things like that. We were trying to figure out if he was fat and out of shape or just lazy and shit, right? And I tended to lean that he was fat and out of shape. Rye, at some point, you know, with his, you know, he got his two-tone blue shades on and shit, right? Telling us, you know, this shit ain't a non-issue, but he didn't really know that. He was just saying it was a non-issue at the time. He didn't really know what was really going on.
I do know. I knew then. I know now.
No, but you know more now than what you knew back then.
No, I didn't.
Okay, fine. The floor is yours. True or false? Is Treylon Burks, is he fat and out of shape, or is he really dealing with like a legitimate issue?
The fact that you have phrased that question like that, I'll take it as disrespect, and I'm not gonna stand for it. Second, false, bruh. Like what? You're very disrespectful, bro. When I read this question, I almost wanted to throw my phone right at your forehead. But the thing about it is, Treylon Burks has asthma, bro. Like, he's dealing with an asthma issue, and he's having problems finishing the NFL practice. That is something that's going to take time to get adjusted to. They're going to have to figure out a best way to deal with his asthma while he finishes practices. That is all, bro. He's not going to miss any games, and he's not about to be hindered by this. Yes, is he missing some practice time that he could use as a rookie? Yes, sure. That is an accurate assumption. But bro, is it something I'm worried about? Week 1? No, bro. By the time week 1 roll around, he will be fine, bro. He'll be all right. I don't even know why even it's even the topic. We wasting time, bro.
Well,
hold up, bro. Hold on.
All right, bet.
Let me tell you something, bro. This motherfucker had asthma all his life. He gets to the NFL now. He got super asthma. Let me tell you something, bro. Your boy came in here.
Asthma.
Yeah,
so
man.
Hold up.
Your boy out of shape. Your boy out of shape.
Before you
he
finish,
a fat ass.
You question. You can go.
He not. Go ahead, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a difference between a college and NFL?
What you mean? Like workouts?
Period. Is there a difference? Practice-wise, is there a difference?
I mean, depending on your program, yeah.
Okay, continue.
I mean, he in the SEC, bro. They got top-notch programs, cuz.
Go ahead, bro. I just want to ask you a question. That's all.
They ran like the NFL. Alabama, I ain't never heard of receive from Alabama. Never heard of receive from Alabama say, "Oh man, this should come hard."
My asthma. Did they have asthma, bro?
I don't know this. I don't know because they made it through their workout.
You don't know. So how can you bring them up?
So he
If
the
you
only,
doesn't
so he
have
the
asthma?
only nigga in the, he the only nigga out here with asthma in the league. That's what you trying to
There
tell
are
me?
more. So you don't believe that people have more severe cases of asthma than
Come on,
others?
bro. Come on, bro. He don't. All right, hold up.
I'm,
This say
answer,
how many people on the roster?
Can you just
How
answer
many
the
people on the
question?
roster do camp? Like
Have you
85?
heard of other people having more severe cases of asthma than others?
91
Everybody
times
don't have the
32.
same asthma.
Hold up,
Everybody
bro.
not on the same level, bro.
91 times 32 is
So you're just
2,912
gonna
people.
duck my question. You're gonna duck my question.
2,912 people.
Okay,
Out of
I figure
200, out of
you're not gonna
2,900
answer my
people,
question.
he is the only one that got severe asthma. That's what you trying to tell me.
Can you answer my question now?
Go ahead, bro. What's your question?
I've asked it twice. You want me to ask it for a third time?
Yeah, third time's a charm.
Is it true that people have more severe cases of asthma than others? Is everybody on the same spectrum of asthma?
No.
So you would say that other people have different cases of asthma, like some high, some low, right?
That's everything.
Okay, so
Every type of disease. I'm not
how do
disease, every type of illness.
you called out Alabama receivers as if you know these niggas have asthma.
I called out 2,912 people that's currently going through training camp right
Mo,
now.
you got a comment on this? Because I'm done talking to Nick. Like, he obviously don't have much for me. So you got something on the topic?
Nah. I knew what the answer was, bro. I knew that nigga had asthma. I do say, like, I think it's like a seasonal asthma thing for some people. I didn't even know seasonal asthma was a thing until
Come on, bro.
Asthma's not seasonal, Nick. You don't know that people's allergies act up more.
Allergies, bro. Allergies are seasonal because people act like pollen is coming out during the summertime and the springtime. I ain't never heard of seasonal asthma, bro. Your breathing don't change. I'm about to look this up. Bro, there's no such thing.
Did you say true or false? Did you say true or false?
Say he sucked, bro. Seasonal asthma.
True or false, bro?
Hold up, bro. I'm looking up seasonal asthma, bro.
Bro, you're not gonna answer true or false, bro.
So is your answer gonna dictate? I mean, depend on what you find out from seasonal asthma.
Shit ain't real. That's what I found out.
All right, bro. So you think he faking having problems?
He probably not having problems. He probably just was out there doing too much with them people that was at his draft party, drinking them beers and shit. I don't want to talk about the type of person that was over there.
Everybody else who had beers and liquor at their draft parties,
it's not. You're not catching my drift, bro. It's more than just the beers. It's the people that was there, right?
That's what you brought up, though. You said beers and stuff. That's what you said.
That's what those people.
Look at Jaren. He said his is definitely worse in the fall, bro. He has. I'm assuming based on your response, you have seasonal asthma. If not like consistent asthma, but you have like worse asthma in different seasons.
Thank you, bro.
I'm finna figure that thing out.
So what happened? You said 2,000 what? What'd you say?
2,912 people in the NFL currently.
Well, go figure. On our screen, we found somebody with seasonal asthma. You know what I mean? There you go. Go figure.
Maybe he work out more in the fall. How about that?
Go figure.
How about that?
Hey. So let's go ahead and transition, man, because I know I got to dip soon.
You mess around, get hit over the middle, bro. Who y'all play week 1?
Don't matter. Duh.
Nah. Who y'all play week 1, bro?
Giants.
That's some shit.
That's some shit. Best deep threats in the NFL, man. On the pivot. No, I'm sorry. I am athlete. Shout out to the pivot and I am athlete though, because them niggas A1 content, both sides, bro. I'm not even pitting them against each other, bro. Both them bring out some fire content. They got fire guests with athletes and shit like that, man, and great conversation. So shout out to both of them. But DJax was on I Am Athlete recently, and he said that he was the best deep threat in NFL history. Fellas, let's do a true or false with this one. Do you agree with that? And if you don't agree, who is that person that is your biggest deep threat in NFL history?
Honestly, I would put DJax like top 3. 1 and 2 for me would be Randy Moss and Calvin Johnson. I think DJax falls right around 3. To be honest, when you brought up the stat about T.O., I didn't really know T.O. had that many long touchdowns. I'm not sure if they were bombs or if they were just like him running 60 yards up the field, but I don't really think of T.O. when I think about deep threat that much. I know he got some long touchdowns, but I don't really think of T.O. when I think about deep threat. I just think of T.O. as a dominant receiver. Really, I don't really classify him like that. But definitely, I would put DJax top three. DJax definitely done torched the league for quite a while, and he's done it at a high level. But Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, bro, them niggas is just different when the ball is in the air, bro. I mean, speed kills. And them niggas, all three of them niggas had both, but DJ a little faster in my opinion.
I think for me it's between DJax and Randy Moss. As much as I love Calvin Megatron, he was a dog. I think there was just something to be said. And DJax made a great argument. I don't know if you all had the chance to actually hear the whole interview and conversation about that thing, but DJax made an even better point that actually talks about the nuance and the actual X's and O's or skill sets with football. Like Calvin Johnson, how you think he catching his deep balls? Like, or how, like in your head when you think of Calvin Johnson, he's jumping over 6-7 people to make a play downfield and shit like that for a touchdown, or he's jumping over like 2 people and taking a fucking a post to the house or taking a slant to the house type shit. But DJax didn't have that fucking a vertical ability, excuse me, like actual leaping ability to out jump somebody and make a play. Like he had to get downfield, burn his defender, burn the double team, burn the bracket, burn all of that shit, get past all of that shit, and then get the pass. Like he wasn't out jumping people for passes, and yet he still had over 50 plus passing touchdowns over X amount of yards downfield. And I think when people talk about what DJax brings to his side, when you talk about the more work that he had to do versus what Calvin had to do because he was 6'5" and could jump out the gym, I think that's something to be said about a person like Deshaun Jackson. So it ultimately comes down for me to DJax and Randy Moss. And Randy Moss, again, he's the inventor. He is the creator of getting moss. Like that is a term that we use to this day, and that we used to use when we were younger, to kind of shape our narrative of being a dominant receiver. But for me, if I had to say one or the other, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Deshaun Jackson swayed me in his opinion, man. He did a lot more work. He did a lot more work than those other two had to do, man. And it's no disrespect to them because they're still like top 3, right? Top 4 if you want to consider Jerry Rice, right? And other people that I can't think of because I don't have that depth in terms of NFL. Like I'm young, so I don't have that depth in terms of going back further than who I know. But I'm gonna say DJax is number 1. I'm gonna say Randy Moss number 2, and I'm gonna say Calvin Johnson number 3.
All right, bro. You was making some very valid points, Ma. Only thing I would have to negate is Calvin Johnson probably went through more than DJax, only because he's not as fast as DJax. So of course the corner's gonna be in his hip, so he mossing everybody. And my man got triple team, bro. DJax wasn't seeing double team at the line. He had punt coverage at the line of scrimmage, still burning niggas. So in my opinion, I'm gonna go Randy, Calvin, then DJax. But Tyreek Hill is definitely, I don't know where he'll end at by the end of his career, but so I'm definitely he might pass him, bro. Because I would say him and DJax have the same I guess hurdles, but you know what I'm saying, because they both shorter, but just burners for real. But Randy was burning niggas left and right, bro. He's burning the same things DJ was talking about. I feel like Randy Moss getting the same coverage, if not more. He got, safeties rolling to his side, beating bracket coverage. My man ran a 4.3, still burning them. So yeah, DJax was great, but if Tariq keep doing what he's doing, bro, I got him checking in at 3 by the end of his career. I ain't gonna hold you. Slim doing the same thing DJax is doing against better competition, in my opinion.
I hear
True
you.
that. Well, I'm about to get up out of here because I got to
I said,
fly, brother.
I know
You
you,
got to go
I
with
know
my
you got to.
shit, but
I said, I know you got to handle your business,
I'm
bro.
saying. DJ had to play
Straight.
Terrence Newman 2 times a year, bro. Come on, bro. They ain't talking about shit. Orlando Scandrick. Come on, bro.
Terrence Newman twice a year, bro. That's fucking hilarious. Hey Nick, man, I want to close out with this last thing. Jack Del Rio, man. You don't know much about Jack Del Rio, but and I want to talk about Deshaun Watson, but I think that's going to be forever evolving, and we'll know more every
Yeah.
single week as this comes along. So we'll circle back to Deshaun Watson. We'll close it out on Jack Del Rio, though. Let me go back to. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I didn't even go up. Okay. All right. So Jack Del Rio. Let me ask you before I even get started. How familiar are you with the situation surrounding Jack Del Rio?
I heard about it in the gym you was talking about it. But let me say this though about Jack Del Rio.
Okay.
I
So
fuck with Jack.
there's a broader question that I wanted to ask, but yes, okay, go ahead, get to it, and then if your topic doesn't touch it, I'll just kind of ask the
Nah, I
broader
was just gonna
question.
say I fuck with Jack Del Rio because back in the day, I used to play with Jaguars a lot and Madden, and of course he was the coach and shit. And I just feel like he was a great coach because they didn't have like the best stars like Donovan Darius, Fred Taylor, Kyle Brady, Mark Brunell, David Garrard. Actually, there's a lot of reasons why I fuck with them. Low key, now I'm thinking about it. But man, I'm sad that he had to come out here and say this stupid ass shit. Because he was a good guy,
How,
man. He was
well,
a good guy.
no, how did you know what he was doing or how he was feeling prior to June 7th, 2022? Did you know about like who he was or what he believed prior to that?
Nah, so this is what I do. I try to take away people's beliefs from actual sport of the game. Like, if you're good at football, you're good at football. That doesn't negate your talent. Doesn't negate you or your from being what you're good at. I mean, like your views on negate you from being what you're good at. Like I could think some wild shit, but I still do what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't try to mix the two um together. If that makes sense.
No, I get it. I think your response is valid, especially coming from outsider's perspective. For those who don't know, if you're tuning in and you're new to Trapper Dive, or if you're listening and you're new to Trapper Dive, Nick is a Cowboys fan, so I wouldn't expect him to know too much about anything dealing with Jack Del Rio. However, Nick, I asked that question specifically because Jack Del Rio has been saying things like this since 2020. So the comments that he's made in terms of rioting and looting and his disagreement with uh put it this way, his conservative viewpoints is fine, right? But
Mm-hmm.
extreme, like those far like right extreme things, those far left extreme things, those far political views versus like a traditional conservative or traditional progressive, whatever it is. Like his he is beyond traditional. He is far on the right side, and he doesn't hide it. And this has been prevalent since 2020, June of 2020. Actually, like it's like a 2-year anniversary type deal with him. So that's the reason why I asked that question in terms of if you were familiar with him. But my overall question about Jack Del Rio, because I don't want to drag you into Commander's Land, but I think the important one of the important macro topics about this is you have a coach, and this coach is um putting his opinions out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to this point, he's not facing like any repercussions from people above him, whether it's his head coach, whether it's general manager, whether it's president of the business operations, anything like that. That's not what he's seeing. He's not facing any repercussions, right? For the comments that he makes, for the things that he tweets. And this is what's probably getting him in trouble is his tweets, right? He's not getting in any trouble. So when you have these type of things, right, but yet you have a player who, what I would say, has gotten blackballed for at least 3 years, Colin Kaepernick. He's gotten blackballed since 2016 when when it came out to like 2019, a good 3 years before he was actually out for legitimate opportunities that he turned down, which is understandable, right? You know, he's gotten money, he's got other things he can focus on. But to that point, he's gotten blackball. Like that was not, you can't skip that fact. He's gotten blackball for things that he said and things that he did. Jack Del Rio was in the vein of a person who, believes what he believes, but also diminishes the severity of what happened on January 6th. To what degree is political beliefs, could it impact the fan base or a locker room? Is that something that can actually do that, or is this something that's overblown, from a talking points perspective, from a content perspective? Because I'll leave it there and let you go from there, and I'll give my thoughts.
All right. So think about this. Commanders, the past 2 or 3 years have had so much going on outside of Jack Del Rio. Who are they to tell him what to do? Or why would he listen to them? Or maybe they see that they probably think the same way he does. So why would they tell him to chill? Only reason in my head they would say, "Oh, let's tell him to chill," is if he's like, if enough players came to him and say, "Oh, we don't want to play for this guy no more," because if one or two players say, "Oh, we want to play for him," they might just ship the players out. But if like the whole team or something, like your stars, if like y'all whole front D line linebackers like, "Oh, we don't like this guy," that might get him, get his job up out of there. And also they know this guy better than anybody because they're with him every day, all year round, basically, and his players. So if you're that comfortable with your team and all these black players you have to say what you're saying, why wouldn't you speak your views? And I'm cool with anybody saying how they feel in this day and age, because it's, in my opinion, it's not a lot of authenticity. Like nobody's really who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's putting on this big facade of like, I want to, of who they want the world to see them, but he's being who he is. And I respect it. I don't have to agree with his views, but I respect him for using whatever his platform or however he feels to say, this is how I feel about this. So for him to have the balls to do that, I respect it. His message, I don't respect, obviously, because he's talking about black people. But then the same thing, you need these same black people to go out here and help you keep your job. So it's tough. And I try not to get into shit like this because, I mean, one, I don't care that much. And two, he a man, he's speaking on that shit. I'm cool with that. But at the end of the day, these same people you're talking about got to help you keep your job. And I guarantee if he ever lost his job because, they wasn't living up to par on the defensive side, he might shit on him. And it might not be like a super open. He's not about to go on, I am an athlete, and be like, "Oh man, these niggas cost me my job."
He would never go on I am athlete.
You never know, bro. Half the people I thought that they would, I'd be like, bro, they be getting some random people, but they would use it for the views. Though.
Athlete different.
Like, yeah, I guess, yes.
But I get your overall point. Like my thing is, Nick, I just feel like Del Rio is in a space where, how can I say this? Like you're not naive to the fact that, like, the freedom of speech thing. I actually completely agree with you. I think that Nick is, Montel is hilarious. He says,
"Yeah, hater, bro."
Cowboys fan.
I'm just speaking how I feel, bro. He a man being on his shit. If he's standing on his shit, he hasn't changed a word since 2020, whatever. If he feel this way,
well, it's longer than that. Like
I'm just saying,
he was a
recently.
head coach with the Raiders, talking about he didn't want nobody kneeling. Like he was on it from the get go. And I think to your point, like I was trying to get at, I always understood and respected somebody. Like if you stand on something that you believe in, bro, don't let the public perspective change it. Like whether you on the right side or the wrong side, that'll be determined based on what side you on. Like you say some foul shit or some ignorant shit, like some clearly ignorant shit. Like if you're on one side of the fence with something and you have logical points to back it up, that's one thing, right? But if you're on one side of the fence and you're spewing ignorance and you really don't have no points to really back up your assertion or your assumption, then you end up looking like Jack Del Rio, and there's really nothing that he can say based on the side that he's on that can kind of to defend that. And I say that to say, I agree with you in terms of like not hiding from the public perspective of who you are. But in that same vein, when you're talking about a locker room full of individuals that are looking up to you from a leadership standpoint, a coaching standpoint in that locker room, because y'all have to win games, y'all have to look good on that side of the ball as a unit, and having them know the type of things that you have said or what you lean in terms of your political viewpoints or what you lean in terms of your core values, that becomes detrimental. To what degree, I do not know. And I'm not going to overhype that because I'm not in the space to even tell you how the players feel. What I would assume, a lot of or there are some players that don't fuck with Del Rio. I think that's pretty obvious. There's probably some that don't have an opinion. There's also some who plays defense, like Jonathan Allen, and no disrespect to him, but he clearly did it in his interview today. After the comments came out, there's people who are going to play defense. But I just feel like this is one of those instances where when you're talking about a topic so volatile and disruptive, you either keep your mouth shut or if you want to have something to say, you just agree with people versus you come out there and say something, because that's just going to draw the attention to people like the reporters or like the fans, and eventually it'll get to your locker room, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but you said something about right or wrong, and I say this: everything is right or wrong based on your beliefs or based on who you're around, right? So, based on who he hangs out with every day, in his mind, he could believe he's right, just because nobody's saying anything to him. So, like, logically, like I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff that we believe, people would think is wrong because that's not how they grew up or that's not their beliefs. So it's hard to, like, unless everybody grew up the same way, doing the same shit, around the same thing, which that will probably never happen. In his mind, he thinks he's right, and I'm pretty sure he thought this all his life. That's how he grew up. He grew up. I'm not saying he didn't like black people, but he probably grew up and was like, oh, I don't think he thinks we're lesser than, but like, well, he might, but that's probably because the way he grew up. I don't know how he grew up, or what his background was, but it's just it's easy to say he's he's wrong or whatever, but in his mind, or I can put it like this: people that go to church, they think having sex before marriage, they think that's wrong. But in some people's mind, it's like, why would I do that? Why would I wait and then find out they trash? And then, you know what I'm saying? So it's everybody's opinion it's an opinion at the end of the day. And it's based on what you believe and what you grew up in, how you see life. So if that's how he sees life, and it kind of, somebody said distractions, but this is my only thing, distraction wise, yeah, it'll be a distraction until it's not, like, eventually it'll blow over again, because you've been there 2-3 years since, you know what I'm saying, you've been talking.
So I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna just cut in that part with the distraction part, and you say he's been in 2-3 years. Ron Rivera has been the individual in terms of a head coach. When I say there's people above him in terms of the head coach and the general managers and the presidents and things like that, Ron Rivera has been one of those individuals who has turned a blind eye to it or downplayed the significance of what he's been saying. So he has been involved, but he has downplayed the severity. He's downplayed the severity of, the things that he is saying, the things that Jack Del Rio is saying. So I hand it back to you, but that's what's been going on with Ron Rivera, the head coach.
All right. And if you think about that's like okay, in reference to that situation with that's like a captain and the police saying his cadet was in the right because or he's trying to cover up for his guy because that's his guy. I believe if he probably wasn't on his coaching roster, he might not say the same things because he doesn't have to protect them. But since he made a decision to hire him, he kind of has to cover his ass for his own decision to hire this guy who he probably knew felt this way about black people or whatever. But I don't know if you ever seen this movie called Varsity Blues.
I have a long time ago, so I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
yeah. And it's kind of like that. Varsity Blues, a coach, he a good coach, winning coach, but his tactics and his ways and the way he talks to his players eventually turns on him. Like his team eventually turns on him and does their own thing. And this kind of can happen depending on who's in the Commander's locker room. If enough players get fed, like, oh, this man tripping, he keep talking about black people. Shit, 98% of our roster,
Ain't
black.
nobody saying nothing to him.
Bro, we finna, and then it's like, and then you know what was crazy is if the players do stand up and be like, bro, I'm not rocking because they'll try to spin it on the players or they'll try to, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a lose-lose for the players. Like, oh yeah, if we do stand up for ourselves, we look like a bunch of bad guys. Or they can make it if the Redskins need to spin it and make it like, oh, they're a bunch of heroes because they need the good publicity. But it can become a distraction. Shout out to Billy Bob from Varsity Blues, my boy center. He's a hooper. But I mean, it's a tricky situation. I'm pretty sure Jack Del Rio could speak for more than half. Not even say more than half. He could speak for at least 25% of coaches or how they feel about some of these actions that have been going on the past couple of years. But I don't think I've seen Jack Del Rio say anything about people getting shot or, you know, I don't think I've seen anything like that. If you're going to talk about one side, he got to talk about both sides. That's all I feel.
All right. It's a lot more to unpack, but for obvious reasons and time constraints, we're gonna go ahead and close things out there, man. Let my boy Snicko Late have the last word on that thing, man.
But y'all know
Look,
I
if
got to
y'all
drive farther than y'all, bro. Y'all know what's up, bro.
shut up, if y'all don't have y'all top 3 deep threats in NFL history, if y'all didn't put it in the chat, if y'all didn't put it in the comments whenever you're playing this back, tweet it to me, man. This is an interesting conversation because Jerry Rice was mentioned as one of the best ones, and we talk about his speed all the time. But guess what? He was always open downfield. Something to think about, right? In terms of deep threats, Calvin Johnson was one from Rye. I said DJax, and then Nick, I think you said Randy Moss, right?
I said Randy Moss, and eventually, when his career is over, Tariq Hill is going to be up there.
Tariq Hill. So we have various opinions, and that's really good. So y'all let us know where you're thinking at. In terms of the show, I did say next week that and I haven't looked at it yet. I just been busy, and it's my fault. It's whatever. But I'm trying to figure out when mini camps are. I thought it was Tuesday, and if it started Tuesday, then that works for us because we can do a live stream next Tuesday in terms of the Commanders talk. The fellas for all 32 will be back next week. That is our regularly scheduled live stream, but given we haven't really had much to talk about over the past few weeks, that's what this was. So with that being said, expect all 32 next week, and then tentatively expect the Commanders talk be back next week as well. So yeah, with that being said, y'all be safe. Enjoy y'all weekend. Enjoy y'all day. Enjoy y'all evening. Whenever y'all listening, whenever y'all watching, this is another episode. Appreciate you for watching, Jerry. Appreciate you checking in. All that good stuff, man. Appreciate you checking in, Montel. Appreciate you checking in. All that good stuff. So we out of here. Y'all be safe. Enjoy y'all evening, night, morning, whatever. Peace.